How many of you are online a lot? How many of you have parents who try to look over your shoulder when you're online? Well, let me ask you, how many of you have a friend or have heard stories about someone who's had online drama? I think your parents are probably worried because they hear similar stories in the news and don't get that you already know how to make smart decisions online. You know that this is an internet safety presentation, and you're probably thinking that I'm going to tell you, don't do this and don't do that. But I'm not here to tell you don't, I'm here to tell you think. If you apply some of the ideas from this presentation, you'll see that it's not that hard to avoid future drama and even get your parents to relax about your online life. 55% of you have online profiles and 97% of you game online, so it's pretty safe to say that everyone viewing this can fit into one of these categories and has seen some online drama. I bet you've already heard about risks like cyberbullying, revealing too much, and predators, but you still need to know how to avoid them. Before we talk about those risks, let's talk about what you're actually doing online. How many of you can't live without IM? How many times a day do you check your profile? Who used Google last night for their homework? How many of you have ever stayed up all night playing a game? And I know that all of you pay 99 cents every time you download a song, right? And how many of you wish you were texting right now? Any YouTube stars in here?
Hey, it's Fred! Hi, Courtney. And this is my friend Skylar.
Okay, it's Carlita, 27.
So I think I'm gonna go swimming later. My mom found this really cool pool at the dump.
She choked on a Pringle. And then she dropped it.
And it was really cool. And today I'm gonna call this guy who's really, really hot.
So that's it for now.
But is that all that's going on? Aren't some people texting mean messages, sending nude or sexual pictures, talking to people they don't know online, and talking to them about sex? You should know that if you or any of your friends are doing these things, you're putting yourselves at risk online. You might come into contact with cyberbullies and predators or permanently damage your reputation. Would you consider yourself a cyberbully if you created a fake profile for someone else, you taunted another player in an online game, or you sent a mean IM? Cyberbullying is exactly what it sounds like, the combination of bullying and technology. Is it okay to call someone a loser to their face? What about in an online game? Just because you don't mean anything by it doesn't mean the other person isn't offended. It can be hard to tell exactly what cyberbullying is because what you meant to be a joke may not be taken that way. To give you one example, do you know what happened to 5 high school athletes in Plano, Texas who made a fake MySpace profile of their coach? They were kicked off their teams. Cyberbullying like this may mean lost scouting opportunities or sports scholarships to college. What you see as a small joke now may ruin your future. Just as those kids probably didn't mean every single comment they wrote, you'll see in this next video that once the comments are out there, you can't take them back. This is a true story of a boy who regretted something he posted online.
I heard about a lot of things my friends were doing online that were really mean or just plain crazy. I never thought I would do anything like that. One day my friend Pat showed me a website he made. He posted a list of girls in our school and had guys we know go on and rate them. Sort of a hot or not kind of website. I thought it was pretty funny, so I rated them too. We had a good laugh and I thought that was the end of it. The next day everyone at school was talking about it. He had sent it out to the whole school to see. I could tell a couple of girls had been crying, and I knew it was because of what the guys had said about them and how they looked. I felt bad, but I didn't really get it until I went home that night. Turns out, the guys had put my little sister on the site too, but hid it from me because they knew I would get upset. She was crying when I got home, and she wouldn't even look at me. I would never have said those things to someone's face. I didn't even mean them. I thought it was just a joke between friends. Now Pat's suspended from school, and they might kick me out too. Once you put something online, you lose control of it. You can never get it back, and people can use it in ways you never even meant. I learned that the hard way. I wish I never saw that stupid site.
I know most of you may want to get back at someone who's rude to you, and that's a normal feeling, but it's only going to make the situation worse. And responding to a cyberbully in anger makes you a cyberbully too. Instead, block or ban the bully, save the evidence, set up new accounts, tell an adult you trust, and report it to your internet service provider, cell phone company, or gaming website. The more you put online, the more cyberbullies have to work with, and sometimes you may accidentally reveal a lot online. Do you think you've crossed the line if you've posted your cell phone number online, sent nude pictures on your cell phone, posted party pictures with drugs and alcohol, or blogged about hating your job? You may not agree that all of these are crossing the line, but there have been real people who faced real consequences from posting these things online. Posting information and images isn't bad, but if you're not careful about what you post, you might get into trouble, lose opportunities, and end up regretting your decisions like the kids in these stories. 2 teens posted a fight video to YouTube and were suspended from school. A group of teens was arrested for underage drinking after police saw the party pictures they posted on Facebook. 3 teenage girls lost their jobs at a KFC after posting pictures on MySpace of themselves bathing in the restaurant's sink. Imagine how embarrassed you would be if your parents knew you posted videos and pictures like this online. How about your grandparents or your teachers? Being humiliated, getting suspended, and getting arrested. These things might not seem like a big deal now, but they might when you apply to college or try to get a job. Kids have actually been denied college acceptance and fired from jobs because of things they've posted online. This doesn't have to be you. You don't have to make a decision you're going to regret later. You can control what you put online, so think before you post. And online means cell phones too. How many of you have heard of sexting? Sexting is the sending of sexual messages, pictures, or videos through cell phones. Sometimes sexting is considered child pornography, which is a crime. Even teenagers can be registered as sex offenders for sexting. Listen to this true story. A 14-year-old girl took a nude picture on her cell phone and sent it to a few friends as a joke. Those friends sent it to a few of their friends and then a few others, until as many as 200 people had seen it. Not only was she humiliated, she was arrested for creating child pornography. You might think that you can do anything with your body on your phone, but do you really want to take that chance? Even if you're not the one taking the picture, you could still be arrested for forwarding it to your friends like 6 boys were in Massachusetts. Think of your 4 closest friends right now. A teen survey showed that 1 out of the 5 of you sent or posted a naked picture online, but 4 of you thought that you would regret it later. You may think about not sending that picture, but the important thing is to not send it. See what happens to the girl in this next video because she didn't think before she posted a sexy picture.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Been doing like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah.
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. So think before you post.
Sarah was posting her pictures to sites like these: MySpace, Facebook, and Zanga. How many of you are on these sites? Many of you have multiple online identities because most sites require them and they're so easy to create. In the process of creating one, it's also easy to reveal too much with the information and images you post. Whether you're interested in showing your friends what you did over the weekend, gaining online fame with crazy pictures and videos, or joining a group to idolize your favorite singer, you still need to be careful about what you post. You don't have to believe me. Watch and listen to this next video. Even this YouTube star with millions of viewers knows how much is too much.
Now that I'm done with high school, everyone wants to know, what college am I going to? It's a mystery. No, but seriously, I can't tell you guys. Why? Because I got some pretty creepy emails like this one. Hey Kev Jumba, this is Emily. I really want to know what college you're going to because I'm applying for school soon and it'd be so cool if we were at the same college together. So you should tell me. I'm not a stalker or anything, I promise. Whoa, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me, Emily. Just because you say you're not a stalker doesn't mean you're not a stalker. That's like me asking someone, hey, where do you live? What's your address and your zip code? Oh, don't worry. I'm not trying to stalk you or anything.
As you can see, Kev Jumba didn't share any personal information about himself. He didn't even share his real name. When you're using a screen name, make sure you're not giving the wrong impression. Picture this. When you get home from school today, you tell your parents you only want to be referred to as your screen name. But what if your screen name is Naughty Baby? Naughty Baby, it's dinner time. Or imagine introducing yourself to your girlfriend's parents like, "Hi, I'm Kid Boozer. I'm here to pick up your daughter." You may have picked up your screen name because you thought it was cute, funny, or sexy, but do you want the reputation that goes along with that name? Just like a good screen name protects your reputation, privacy settings help to protect your information. How many of you currently use privacy settings? It's a good step, but it's not a license to post anything you want. Anything you post online can be saved, copied, and posted somewhere else by anyone on your friends list. How many friends do you have on your page? More than 100? 300? 500? Are you sure all of them are real? Pretend you get a friend request from someone who says he's 16 and goes to your school. You accept him even though he doesn't have any pictures or other information on his page. What you don't know is that he's really an internet researcher trying to see how easy it is to look at your page. Turns out it's pretty easy. Accepting everyone who requests you as a friend defeats the purpose of setting your page to private. It's safer to only accept those friends you know in real life. Just like you need to be careful about your friends list, you have to be careful about what you say. One teen got arrested for posting this comment on his MySpace page next to a picture of a marijuana plant. "My Mary Jane that's growing in my closet right now." Before you post anything online, ask yourself, will I regret this later? What will people think of me? And by people, I mean people other than your friends. Would your best friend have the same reaction as your teacher or your parent? Let's see what these teens think about the consequences of posting something inappropriate online.
I've heard stories about kids getting rejected from colleges.
One of my friends put up a picture and she regrets it.
Coaches looked and I want them to have a good impression of what I do.
Teachers see it, you get in trouble at school.
You might lose friends because friends might be offended.
And he applies for a job and the person's about to give it to them. You never know, they might want to check your Facebook, MySpace, anything, your email. And if you have something inappropriate, just for that, they can just cancel it all. And you won't get a job that you were planning on, and that was your future. And your future can just flash in a minute.
Your future can also be affected by who you choose to date. How many of your friends are exclusive with a boyfriend or girlfriend they've never met? Take a look at these pictures. These two have met online and have developed an exclusive relationship. Does that gross you out? What about now? Okay, and how about now? The age of the man may have changed, but he's still a predator because he's an adult trying to have a relationship with someone underage. Imagine yourself in the position of the boy in this true story. You're playing a game online and someone sends you a video message that shows an adult performing a sex act on cam. It's clear what this person wants and what their intentions are. How would you respond? Sometimes predators are upfront like this, but sometimes they spend months trying to develop a relationship with you. It's a lot like how a boyfriend or girlfriend might try to impress you. Predators will offer compliments and gifts, but not because they really love or care about you. They want you to trust them. Their real goal is to meet you offline. This process of gaining trust is called grooming. See if you can spot the signs of grooming in this video.
Meeting a teen girl online is actually pretty easy. You can go into any chat room and just start talking. Most of the girls are usually so insecure and desperate for
Attention from older guys is totally flattering. They're so much more mature and understanding than the guys my
age actually works to my advantage. They like to brag to their friends that they're dating an older guy, so I just play along and pretend I'm really
interested in the same things I am. You can talk forever and really get to know someone without worrying about looks or whatever. That's the best thing about
chatting seems unthreatening to them, so they lower their guard. After a while, I start talking about how we're soulmates and how lucky we are to have found each other.
Other people don't understand. I know what I'm doing. If you really care about each other, there's nothing wrong with me.
Meeting them is the goal. Once I get them out of their house, well, that's when things get really interesting.
Online predators know what they're doing. Do you?
The girl in this video thought of the man as her boyfriend because she's been groomed and manipulated into believing that he cares for her. If someone is sending you gifts through the mail like bus tickets, cell phones, or webcams, or trying to isolate you from your family and friends, this person could be a predator. You might think that the typical grooming victim looks like this, but a victim may be of any race, gender, status, or location. Predators focus their attention on kids who respond to them, so what do you think you should do if somebody online asks you to send a revealing picture? You should block them, delete their messages, don't accept them as a friend, don't meet them offline, and tell an adult that you trust. And if you boys are tuning out because you assume that only girls have to worry about predators, think again. This next true story is about two boys who were sexually assaulted by people they met online.
It happened to be 5 years ago. My parents were divorcing and things at school and with friends weren't too good. I felt like the world was falling down around me. That's when I met someone online. We would chat about everything in my life. I finally had someone to take my side and see things my way. I had someone who put me first. No matter how much I thought we could trust each other, I knew better than to meet in person with someone I had met on the internet. But one day, when school was dismissed early, there was someone waiting for me at my front door. I never thought I'd find myself in this situation. I learned the hard way that no matter who you think you're talking to online, there are people out there looking to hurt you. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, or if they look a little rough around the edges, or even if they're the most beautiful person. These people exist, online and in the real world.
It happened to me too. I was 14 and someone online sent me a private message. I shouldn't have responded, but I messaged back and 7 days later, agreed to be picked up outside of my house at midnight. I was taken to another house and what happened there was terrifying. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. I felt numb and powerless and didn't know what to do. I was too afraid to tell my parents and ashamed of what everyone would think of me. But hiding it was a mistake. I saw the car that I was taking and driving around my neighborhood all summer long. Was I being targeted again, or was someone else being victimized? I finally decided to tell someone.
I have to live with the decision I made to trust someone I met on the internet.
But the important thing is that I told someone. I'm not a victim, but a survivor.
What happened to Ryan and Noah was terrible, but that's not the end of their story. They told someone about their abuse, and it's important that you do the same. If someone makes you feel uncomfortable online, report it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's Cyber Tip Line. Report anyone who sends you obscene photos or videos, anyone who talks to you about sex, and anyone who asks you to meet offline. It's important to report even if you're not bothered by it. You can help protect somebody else, maybe even somebody close to you. Reporting means you're standing up for yourself and making sure no one else becomes a victim. Make sure you take these other important steps to keep yourself safer online. When I say online, I don't just mean the computer. A lot of you have cell phones and gaming consoles with internet connections, so take what we talked about today and apply it to all of those. Block cyberbullies. They're not worth your time. Report them to your ISP, cell phone service, or gaming website. Imagine introducing yourself to people by your screen name. Does it give people the right idea about you? Protect your privacy. If you don't want everyone knowing your business, don't share it online. Keep personal details quiet and use privacy settings. Be a VIP. People on your friends list have an all-access pass to what you post, so treat yourself like a celebrity and be careful about who you let in. Fast forward your posts. Before you post an image or comment online, think, is this going to keep me from being where I want to be in 5 years? And report predators. If someone talks to you about sex or asks to meet offline, just say no thanks. The reality is, your online actions may have offline consequences. Since you control who you talk to and what you post online, it's easy to avoid being the one who's refused a job, denied college acceptance, suspended from school, kicked off a team, or groomed by a predator. When it comes to being smarter and safer online, ultimately, the decision is up to you. When you go home today, check out the NetSmarts YouTube channel and become a NetSmarts fan on Facebook. To watch the videos featured in this presentation and stories about teens dealing with the real-life consequences of their online actions, visit netsmarts.org. Thank you.